Hey y'all, Natalie here, and I have another memory planning process video for you guys. This is January 24th through the 30th week, and I'm working on perfecting my printing. I'm enjoying the size of these photos this week a little bit more. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp some numbers. So I'm using my fossilized amber distress oxide, which is quickly becoming my go-to ink color in this Heidi Swapp Storyline Chapters memory planning system. I'm also using a mustard die cut of the word January, and then I use my Paintbrush Studio Heather Alpha outline dies to do the numbers like I have done every other week. So that is what you see me gluing down here. Loving it, loving it. I like this continuity. I like the continuity that I use the same month and number form every spread, and I'm also using that same leopard print stamp on every spread. So you can see I've enclosed it with the alpha stamps that I've been using a lot as well. But on this one, I do second generation stamping. I didn't want like the full on really, really dark leopard all over the page because I don't know, it would just be too much, I think. So I'm stamping first on that little white piece of paper and then doing the second generation stamping on the actual spread. So I'm just kind of like putting it all over the place, running it off the page a little bit in some areas, just like to randomly put it. And I like to rotate my stamping block and do it in different directions, and I feel like I wasn't necessarily doing that enough this time. So I will try to remember to do better about that next time. Let's see, what have we here? So this week we had 100 days of school. Now my alphas don't have numbers, they're just letters, but the I and the two O's, or the letter O, made a perfect 100. So you would never know that there are no numbers in the set. So I put 100 days because my little guy dressed up as an old man in kindergarten for his 100th day of school. I also have this smaller set of block alphas they coordinate really well with those larger ones, and so I use them to stamp next to this picture. This is a ticket my kids love to put on shows. We get a ticket about every other week for a new show. This one, it said, "You are coming." It kind of sounded like a threat. I don't know. But I wanted to make a mini envelope to put it in because I had an empty space there. So I grabbed a double page or a two-sided 6x6 page, which, to be honest with you, I don't have a lot of. Not a lot of companies are doing double-sided 6x6, but I only have the regular envelope punch. So I looked at the dimensions of like a mini, because there is a mini envelope punch, and I thought it would work, and it worked fine, but it didn't work perfectly. I'm not really sure what it is. I'm not a math person, so I'm not really entirely sure why the top flap was longer. I think it might have to do with the angle of the score line, maybe. So anyway, it works. It creates an envelope shape. It just, the top flap was a little bit too long, but it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. So I'm going to fold over the debossed wings and stick it down. It wasn't really wanting to stick very well. You'll see me later. I put like something heavy on it to kind of make it stick better. I actually end up using some liquid adhesive as well, I do believe. So now I'm just going to fold my ticket, "You are coming," into 3 sections so I can just like stick it in there. Always remember, it won't be the first and it won't be the last that I have put in my planner from those kids. So let's see what we got going here. I like those shapes, but they don't really fit perfectly, obviously, because we were horizontal. But I do like the way that those long, skinny photos are. It reminds me of the way I did my memory planning last year. What are we doing here? Oh, so I just had some random bits of chipboard laying around my desk. So I'm kind of like trying to just pick up all the random bits that I have to include in the page. But also I want it to work. But they all kind of work. They were like this orangey red color. So I'm going with it. And so I just placed those around. Actually end up doing some stamping in that color as well to kind of bring that color into the page more. So I'm going to stick down this stuff. To be honest, I thought that I cut this out, so I guess you're gonna watch me stick some stuff down here. Let's see, what are we watching? We were watching Ozarks, the last half season that they just dropped. I was reading The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. I know I'm a little late to that party. And also Malibu Rising, but I'm still reading that, so I won't put my review on here yet because I haven't finished it. But so far, I'm super loving it. I'm almost done, actually, this week. But, of course, this was last week's spread. But I did start it last week, so I put it on that page. Anyway, I digress. So I'm using my LA Studio label stamps. That's another recurring theme that I have going on throughout this memory planner. So I'm just going to stamp a few in the mint color. Because I chose that color because it matched the paper of the envelope that I created. So I'm just going to do a few and I'm going to go ahead and die cut those out, and I'll sprinkle them around the page. So sometimes I'll journal directly onto the page and sometimes I'll journal onto a label. I also like to use them to stamp. I'm using that same mint color to do my little rating stamp. It actually came from like a food stamp set, but I'm using it for TV and books. I think I found another one the other day, though, in one of my stamp sets that I didn't know I had. So I might switch up the stamp that I use for rating. I want to do a little story under that validated word. So I'm going to use that big label for that. I'm going to anchor this little round bit onto another round label. Just that helps, I feel like, tie in really well. But I like that hot pink word love because the color of the carpet has hot pink in it. So it worked. And what else we got going on? I'm going to stick one of those over there, like a half circle. And under there, my son is whittling there. He was earning his whittling chip in Boy Scouts. So that was his exciting bit of excitement during the week. I have been trying to drink more hot tea in the evenings rather than other choice drinks. So I went 7 days of drinking my hot tea here. So that is what this little block is going to document. I mean, it's not entirely one of Heidi's collages, but that's kind of like the idea that I had when I first did it. I did break down and subscribe to the Stamp Society, and I also ordered one of her storyteller grids, so you'll probably be seeing a lot of that stamping from me. I am still waiting on my order to come in from Studio Calico, but super pumped about that. I can't wait for it to get here. So I'm just doing a few different little words there in all the different colors. I put an X over the wine glass and did a little die cut mug. So that's cute because I was drinking tea. I thought about doing a little like tea bag hanging out of it. I should have done that. That would have been cute. So I stamped the word life goals there because that's going to go under Heath doing his whittling because, of course, earning your whittling and your ability to carry a pocket knife in Boy Scouts is like life goals, right? For every 9-year-old boy. What are we doing? Oh, I'm stamping here. It's a stamp that says something about home. And so yet again, that seems to be our super wild Friday nights lately is us being home. So that was a picture I snapped on a Friday night of my husband and the dog sleeping on the couch. I made them watch The Secret Garden, which was like my all-time fave movie when I was little. And I guess they weren't impressed. Rude, right? Let me know if you watched that movie too. In the 90s. There is a new one out and it came out in 2020, I think. And I want to watch that too. But the one I'm talking about is the like goth classic 1993, really dark Secret Garden movie. So good. What are we doing here? So just going through and adding those little chipboard pieces and like putting extra liquid adhesive on like the foam stickers just to make sure that they all stay there. So I am going to add in the Secret Garden later. I actually forgot to print that one, so I will add that and you'll see that off screen in the final shot. So I'll add that with a rating and some journaling. I added a music note. My kid was playing my aunt's drums when we went over to her house, and I felt very validated in my choice to disallow the drums as his instrument of choice, he plays the piano, because I now know that I was correct. My mommy nerves could not handle the drums in my home, at least not at this point in time. Maybe when he's older, maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'm a mean mom, but I don't think so. I don't think we're ready for that. But he's actually kind of good at them, so I'll probably have to end up allowing it someday. Adding another little tag over there next to Lola. It says #HasMyHeart. That's a Heidi Swap, really old stamp set. I also end up adding in numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 next to her, and I like journal a little list of like her attributes, which is of course her cuteness. The 100 days was 100 days of school, and then above validated I wrote parental decision validated, and did a little journaling. We're done. We're already done. And so the last couple photos here as well are going to be my monthly overview. I didn't do a video of that, but I will post those still shots on my Instagram if you want to check it out. Let me know if you have any questions. I just rambled on and I kind of maybe missed a couple of things. I did give The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo 4 stars. If you're interested, Ozarks gets 5. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put my affiliate links down below. Please like and subscribe. Bye, y'all.